Hey everybody, so today I'm going to be covering the first DeFi yield farming that was found on the Wax blockchain, and that is due to the fact that you have to interact with the contracts, and so it's kind of hard to get into. A few people on my Telegram told me about this, so thank you to you guys, so I decided to cover it. And so this is the C.A.I.T token. It's the Collective Artist Investing Token. So it's a pretty easy general idea for this token, is that they're taking the funds that are invested by us into the tokens with a certain backing in their mind that you can go ahead and get their token for Wax, and the token is backed by Wax or NFTs that have value in Wax. They're really utilizing things like getting pieces of land for certain projects with the money that we're getting into, and because they have an overall theme of getting money back to people, they're able to partner with some different projects, and so hopefully sometimes they might get access to buying a piece of land maybe in a pre-sale or in like a teamwork application that's going to allow them to maybe get some things that we cannot always get unless you're really lucky. And so that's something I hope to hear more about as I learn more about this project. But right now I'm going to be trying to do a quick overview and show you actually how you can get into the DeFi and staking when it comes to this project. And there's an easier way to do it if you have a cloud wallet. It's a little bit harder if you have an Anchor wallet, because you'll actually have to use the Wax.blocks IO sites, but I'm going to go ahead and show you how to do that. And I'm also going to show you some interesting stuff they do as far as having a faucet and having some packs that you can buy occasionally that are backed with this token inside of them. And it's kind of a little bit of a gamble. You might get more tokens than if you were buying them off the market, or you might get less. And I've went ahead and already bought some packs and opened them and redeemed them, so I verified all this stuff works. And I'm going to be trying to get through this as quick as possible. So you can come to their white paper. I'm going to link it in the description. You really need to dig through this and go through the site so you completely understand the idea behind their project. Right now we're sitting here in June, so they're doing this funding drive. They're currently at 22.5 tokens for one Wax. A quick look on the marketplace is that one Wax will get you about 22.6. This is actually gone up a little bit, because earlier today I think this was a little bit like over 25 when I was looking at it. So as you can see, I do have some tokens I got from the packs I bought, and I'll get into that in a minute. But they're current. You can look through here and you can kind of look at what's going on and how they're trying to get some more funding so that they can get more NFTs into their platform. So now we're going to go ahead and show you their drop they're currently doing. Oh wait, this is their store. So they have a store, and you can get to this from their website, and they sell just as some of their NFTs that they sell, and you can also look over the inventory of what they own. So it's a nice way to come and check out, what is one of the C.A.I.T accounts that holds a lot of their NFTs, and you can look through and see some of the different things they're holding. They are utilizing our planet, so not everything they owned is going to be here, but that's something I wanted to show you. So they do these drops, and these ones are kind of interesting because when they do them, basically you have a chance to open up the packs. One of the packs is going to have this huge amount of tokens in it if you get lucky, and in general you might get a pretty good feel. So I have it on 2. So basically for one pack it costs you 25 Wax, and so that's why I was showing you, if you were to come here and buy the tokens, 25 Wax would get you 572 of the tokens. But we're going to go ahead and take a look at the packs really quick, because I just wanted to show you. I bought a few of these for 25. I've opened 2, and so far I've gotten over 600 tokens each time, so I did pretty well. But it is possible to get less. As somebody else in my Discord opened one and only had like around 500. They do have an interesting drops page, but I'll have to see if these are going to be reloaded. They were currently out of RAM when I was looking at them, so even though they do some free drops just kind of for advertisement for the C.A.I.T stuff, and also sometimes they do drops that are sold here, it is these ones I can't mint them. So we'll go to my NFTs. You'll see currently I just have one from when they first came out. I remember I got this little chest with 10 of these tokens. I didn't know what it was. I decided to hold on to that because I think this came out pretty early, so maybe that'll be worth more in the future if this project gets really successful, or one day I'll trade those in and maybe those 10 tokens will be worth a lot. Who knows? But then we'll go ahead and go to my packs, and we'll just open one, and then we'll get into how you get into the LP staking. I just want to go ahead and open this one here. We'll sign a transaction. You'll see this is a really easy opening screen. They just go ahead and take you here. You got to sign one more. This is for the randomness to see if you get lucky. And I can see that on this one, I did get pretty lucky because I got a 270 here. So with a 60, that's 330. with a 120 that's 450, 610, 700 tokens. So 700 tokens for 25 means I could trade these all in, and I would be able to go ahead and just sell these all and get a profit. Now, that's not necessarily what you might want to do, because this was more about getting into the LP farming. So now I'm going to take you to, now that I've showed you the drop, I'm going to take you to my inventory, where I'm going to show you how you trade these in. So if you click on one, you're going to see the details, and they're going to say to redeem these tokens, you need to send them to this C.A.I.T tokens RS account. Now, obviously, the one thing you'll have to be very careful of when you're doing this is that you do this correctly. You copy that back, and you might want to write it down and put it on a notepad, and just in case. So I'm going to transfer. So I have C.A.I.T tokens RES. That is the redeem address. And you can do multiples. So I'm going to go ahead and click the other ones, and I'm going to send them over, and that'll get me some more C.A.I.T tokens that I'll be using to add myself into a couple of liquidity pools. Now, there's 2 steps to be able to get into the liquidity pool, so we're going to go ahead and get to those. And one of them is to just register your account to be able to use their faucet and get LP rewards. The next part would be actually adding LP into the Alcor exchange for the tokens. So they have this site that works pretty well with the, and I'll put a link in the description, but only with the cloud wallet. So you can go ahead and log in. You can register. So here's my cloud wallet address. This is the one that sells my NFTs. And it says I'm already registered. If you're not registered, when you log in here under the registration tab, it'll just say, you know, click here to register. You'll register your account. They also keep track of a few different faucets, so you can log in here. This is an example of how you'd log in with your cloud wallet. As you can see, they don't prompt you to log in with the Alcor wallet. Maybe they'll do that in the future, I don't know. But most of us have a cloud wallet as well, and then you can go ahead and claim this is their faucet every hour. There's another partner project that is every hour. They keep track of this Aether one that's every day, and this is another partner project, the Koala. So you can get a couple free tokens, and then you can look into these other partner projects and see if you're interested in them. Some of them are probably just different packs and cards and other things. I haven't learned about them all, but it gives you a quick little look as to this would be the easy way. You'd be registered. You'd be ready to go ahead and put your money into the LP pairs. But we're going to do that after I show you how you would do this on the Blocks wallet. So you'd have to log in with your account. So see, I'm logged in with my Anchor account here, and you would have to find the CAT airdrops account. So you would need to search for this up here, and then you would need to get to the CAT airdrops account. So, or the C.A.I.T airdrops account. Then you need to come down here to actions. So you have to go to contract and then actions, and then you're going to see drop sign up, and then you're going to need to put in your account name. So I'm going to need to do Steve R Speaks, and then I'm going to need to submit this transaction. Now, I'm probably going to get an error back when I sign, because it's going to say I'm already registered because I did this early. But this is also how you would have to come and do any of the different faucet claims. So as you can see here, I'm on Faucet GM. This is their account you'd have to look at there. And I'll put links to each of these pages so you can find them very easily for your first one. You go to contract, you go to claim, you put in your account name. So Steve R Speaks. And then you hit submit. You're going to have to sign with your wallet. And bam, I have a successful transaction that went through, and I'll get a tiny bit of their token. And then there is another one for the gnome faucet. Here is the Aether pot one, so I'll go ahead and do a claim here. I got to spell my account right? We'll submit that one. We'll do another sign, and there's a successful transaction. Now, if you're using my Ether or using the Anchor wallet, you're going to go ahead and have to track these times on your own. But in general, you would just come back either roughly an hour later or tomorrow at some point after this time, and you could claim this one again. So I'll go ahead and have links to the different faucets that they have on this site, and then I will share that with you in the description. But let's get back now to how you can add liquidity on the Alcor exchange after you've gone ahead and signed up for the claim drops. Now you just have to get registered, and then you can come back here to the tables, and you can look at this LP drop config to understand the weight and the different pools that you're allowed to get into. So the right now they're currently supporting either the Dust C.A.I.T token, the TLM C.A.I.T token, and then the other one I think I skipped over was the Wax C.A.I.T. Now Wax C.A.I.T has the highest weight, so the most of their tokens they're giving out per day, 68% of them are going to this pool, but it also might be the one with the most liquidity. So you'll have to really compare the liquidity to see where you can put your money to get the most reward. The other two pools are both getting, I think, 18%. No, 18% for Dust and only 12% for TLM. And they're currently giving out 11,428 C.A.I.T to the whole pool. So you could do the math if you need to. I'm not going to do it in this video, but it'd be 11,000 times the percentage that they're going to be getting to that pool to see how much pool that gets per day. And then you would go ahead and see how much your weight of that pool is, and that's how much C.A.I.T tokens you would be getting per day. There is some manual math to be done in this one. There's not really like a good way for you to see right away what your returns on this are going to be, but it is the only way that I know that you can get your assets working for you that earns you more than just the standard staking rewards on the Wax blockchain. So let's go ahead and get over here to the Alcor exchange, and we'll go ahead and add some liquidity. Now, as you can see, earlier in the video I had about 1,200 C.A.I.T tokens. Now I have 1,900 C.A.I.T tokens because of those extra ones that I got for the packs I sent in. Now I'm going to be going ahead and entering my liquidity as Wax C.A.I.T because it's the biggest one, and then we'll get an idea of how soon I get there. So I'm going to go ahead and hit this to max this out, so this 1960, and it's going to require me to provide 85 Wax, and then I'm just going to provide liquidity. Now at this point, I would be in the liquidity pool. I'd be registered to get the money out of the drops, and I just have to wait until the next time they are paid out, and then I will get the C.A.I.T tokens airdropped into my account, and I have the opportunity also to get NFTs airdropped into my account from what I understand. If that's not correct, somebody please let me know in the comments if you know more about this. Now, how did I get to the liquidity page on Alcor? If you were to come to the home page, you just go ahead and go to the swap page, and then you go to the liquidity pair. Instead of swap, you tap over to liquidity, and then you can add your liquidity into any project. Then you can also see your liquidity positions. Now, one of the interesting things to see is I have 0.03% of the pool share, so that would let me know exactly how much tokens I can expect to be earning per day if I go ahead and multiply this by the 11,000 after I take it down to 68% of that 11,000. And it's not going to be a whole bunch. I'm not a big whale in this, obviously, at this point. I'm just dipping my toe in, but I am now in their liquidity pool and registered to get those rewards. That's all you end up having to do. Now, one of the things you'll see here, though, is Alcor is not going to know what you're getting for these. So they're tracking that on their own and providing that on its own, and you don't have to stake these LP tokens anywhere. So it's a little bit different than traditional yield farming that you might see. But I am now going to be getting additional C.A.I.T tokens dropped into my account, and that's all you have to do. Now, if you wanted to supply one of the other tokens, you would just have to leave this one here and change this one to either TLM or to Dust. And I do have some Dust, so I'm going to be picking up some more tokens, and I'll be trying out both pools and seeing where I get more rewards. But it's going to be a fun little experiment. I'll be opening the rest of my packs, probably maybe save one or two to sell in the secondary market or give away to some people. So I hope you all enjoyed this kind of just introduction to this collective artistic investing token that is out here on the Wax blockchain that is doing the first kind of DeFi yield farming that I've seen on the Wax blockchain. They do have the DeFi ability for you in our planet in Alien Worlds a little bit, but they're kind of on the other chains. So, or you're staking NFTs. So this is the first time I've seen somebody that's got a couple different tokens they're allowing you to combo with their token and then go ahead and get some rewards. All right, everybody, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.